target area for NSP2 is comprised of 30 census tracts located in the city of Tucson. It's about 70 square miles. It's a large target area that's mainly low and moderate income neighborhoods, predominantly comprised of Hispanic communities, and it also has some of our poorest neighborhoods. We've noticed foreclosure starting to happen in 2007, and we could see that where there were vacant properties, there was obvious decline. So we convened a series of meetings where we explored what we could do with the NSP2 grant, knowing it was competitive. We had to put together a good application. So I want to welcome everyone to our quarterly meeting. I'm Gary BACHMAN. I'm the program manager for the Pima Neighborhood Investment Partnership, or our NSP grant, and then we'll just go around the room and introduce everybody.
We are doing acquisition rehab as well as a new small multifamily housing project for kinship families.
NSP2 Funds is helping to assist in the building of 35 homes, 9 of which we have dedicated.
We've received the Neighborhood Stabilization Award of $21.1 million allocated to each of the 5 eligible activities.
Mike CZECHOWSKI with the City of Tucson. We are doing acquisition and rehab.
On the land banking side, we bought some land. We bought some houses, or we have some houses in escrow.
I think all these are important tools when you're considering revitalization of a community.
Gary, this is the site for the Las Abuelitas multifamily housing project for grandparents raising grandchildren. We sometimes call those families kinship families.
Start here.
So Primavera decided to be very strategic and target the NSP2 funds in a specific geographical area. It's an area where we've been working and where we provide a variety of services, and that's the city of South Tucson. It's a 1.2 square mile area, and there's a high level of poverty. Probably about 46% of the families are living below the poverty line. Primavera's mission is to provide pathways out of poverty through safe, affordable housing, workforce development, and neighborhood revitalization. And we do that by providing a continuum of services and programs. Our asset building programs basically focused on financial education and homeownership education to assist families in purchasing their first home. Many of them are single moms or dads with children.
Going through the program with Primavera Foundation, I've learned that I could afford a home. So I'm very excited to get through this process and become a homeowner.
They're very, very hardworking families, extremely dedicated, and really want to make a difference for their children. The City of South Tucson has also been a critical partner for Primavera in this NSP2 and really the overall community development work that we're doing. We have focused in the City of South Tucson purchasing foreclosed homes, as well as what are defined as blighted properties, and that definition comes from the City of South Tucson's Neighborhood Preservation Code.
This particular property covers almost a full city block. It's a major issue and major hazard that this individual has people living under. The main focal point of the neighborhood preservation ordinance is landlord accountability.
They wanted to have some kind of code enforcement so that they could go out and routinely go after some of these slum landlords. Now with this code enforcement, they have a strategy. On top of that, they're mapping it. So they're really mapping every single property.
The windshield survey is a success measures tool that we're going parcel by parcel, assessing every parcel within the city of South Tucson.
And because we identified that youth are an asset within the city of South Tucson, we invited and asked youth if they would help us with a component of our survey project. We wanted to do surveys to get a sense of what residents think about the neighborhood, what their perspective is, what is their vision. That is enabling us to have a baseline survey and assessment of what's happening in the community, in the neighborhood, so that we will have a strategy to say, okay, we know exactly what we're doing, and at the end of the day, we're going to transform this city.
We went around the room, you've heard a number of projects that are well underway, and I think we're making excellent progress towards meeting both the intent of the grant as well as spending the money.
And I really think that what you guys are doing here is really going to provide a very interesting demonstration of what NSP can do to revitalize communities. So it's a lot of interesting things that are going on.
We're doing a full rehab, following green standards, and we went from laying off the last 3 guys to putting 24 guys back to work.
We're working in Corazon del Pueblo subdivision, and we are the only member of the Pima County Consortium doing subdivision development. We wanted to work with the for-profit builders to share and borrow their home designs to improve the quality of our housing and to have a really vibrant, robust, mixed-income neighborhood.
To date, we've purchased approximately 40 homes in this area. Pima County Community Land Trust is an entity to create an affordable housing option for folks. We have a 99-year lease with another renewable 99-year lease. If and when that particular homeowner decides to sell, they have to sell it as an affordable home to the next person in line. And the land trust connection maintains that affordability.
Looks great.
The Neighborhood Stabilization Program came at a time of crisis in our nation, a time of economic crisis, and it was an incredible opportunity. It's funding that isn't just short-term funding, and it's going to have long-standing, sustainable impact on neighborhoods across this country.